My name is Katrina Miller and I'm a massage therapist at Goodland Chiropractic. Today I've got a short video for you on how to do self-acupressure for relieving stress and anxiety. So let's jump right into it. You can go ahead and find yourself a comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall, and to start us off, I'm just going to have us take 3 breaths together just to get us centered in our bodies, calming down our breath and heart rate. You can close your eyes if you like, and then wherever you are in your breath cycle, take an exhale here to prepare. Inhale through your nose, open mouth, let it go. Inhale through your nose, open mouth, release. Last one, inhale through your nose, fill up your abdomen, open mouth. Nice. Okay, so our first point that we're going to do is triple warmer 15. So this is right on the back of your shoulders. It's about equal distance between the outside of your shoulder and your spine, and about 1 inch to 1.5 inches down from the top of your shoulders. So you can just curve your fingers and start to feel around in there. We're going to be pressing on our traps, so a lot of us hold a lot of tension in our traps. You might notice that it feels pretty tight back here. That's very common. So TW15 or triple warmer 15 is also called the heavenly rejuvenation point. Most points in acupressure also have a common or poetic name. So I'll be saying those as well. They can just tell you a little bit about what the point does, what it's good for. So this point is really good at relieving nervous tension. It's also very good for the lungs and increasing your resistance to colds and flu. So I felt like it was a very appropriate point for this time. So just find a nice static pressure. We're going to be holding these points for about 30 seconds on each. Generally, it's great to hold them for 30 to 60 seconds. So if you want to hold it longer, you can just press pause and then press play whenever you feel like joining back in. Settle down, find your deep breaths. Nice. About 3 more breaths here. Okay. Next, we're going to be working our way up to the top of the neck and the base of the skull. So this is bladder 10. The point's going to be about a finger width underneath the base of the skull and about a 1/2 inch away from your spine. So you can take 1 or 2 fingers and start to press in there. You should feel some kind of ropey muscles in your neck. And right in there you might feel a spot that feels particularly fiery or has greater sensation. And then again, just create some nice static pressure in there. Bladder 10 is also called heavenly pillar, and it is really great for relieving stress and overexhaustion particularly. It's really good at relieving insomnia, heaviness in the head, as well as eye strain, swollen eyes, and sore throats. Again, we'll be spending about another 15 seconds here. Okay, so you can finish up at that point. And next we're going to be going to P3, Pericardium 3. It's going to be on the inside of your arm, so on the side that your pinky finger is connected to. And if you flex your arm, that arm crease that you have by your elbow, it's going to be just underneath the arm crease. So you can either try it with your fingers. I like to do my thumb. Feel around there. It's going to be about a 1/2 inch inside of your arm, right about here. But you can feel around and just find a point. feels like it's holding a little more tension, feels a little more sensitive than the rest, and hold there. Pericardium 3 is also called crooked marsh. This one is really good for relieving nervous stomachs as well as anxiety, really great for elbow pain and also chest discomfort. So you can just hold here. We've probably got another 15 more seconds. And again, this doesn't need to be exact, so feel around in the areas that I draw you to, but this is acupressure, not acupuncture. They are the same points, but we don't need to be quite as exact with ours because we're not using needles, and we generally have a bit bigger of a surface area with our thumb, so you can cover a little more ground. Take a few more deep breaths here. Okay, next we're going to be moving to pericardium 6. So we're still on the pericardium channel. So we're still on this side that the pinky finger is on of the arm. You're going to be about 2.5 fingers up from the wrist. So if you put 3 fingers down and then you split that 3rd finger, you can press in right there about 1/2 inch inside of your arm. So you've got a little space here. And then pericardium 6 is called the inner gate. This is another one that's really good at relieving nausea, anxiety, also heart palpitations, and really good for wrist pain. Just feel around anywhere that feels particularly sensitive, and then we'll just hang out here. Taking some nice deep breaths. Filling up your abdomen, breathing first into your stomach and then feeling your rib cage expand. And then your rib cage start to shallow out as you exhale, and then lastly your stomach. Nice. Okay. Next we're going on to heart 7. So we're just going to be coming up a little bit. We're still on this pinky side, and it's going to be right where the wrist meets the arm. There's a little divot there. You're just going to press right into that divot. Heart 7 is one of my favorite points. It's also called the spirit gate. It's really good for just relieving emotional imbalances, any fear, nervousness, anxiety, also forgetfulness. Just hang out here. I kind of like to rock my wrist back and forth a little bit. Give it a deep massage. About 10 more seconds. Okay. And then we're just switching arms. Doesn't matter which arm you started with. Next, we're going to be coming over here again. It's just underneath your arm crease on the medial side, side with your pinky. This is pericardium 3. You're just going to find a nice static pressure there. Crooked marsh. Good for relieving nervous stomachs. Again, feel free to hang out in any of these points as long as you want. We're going through these a little quickly, but you don't have to do this sequence in order. So at any time during the day, you can just hit 1 or 2 of these points. If you have a moment, you'll get a lot of benefit just from stimulating them throughout the day. Okay, 1 more deep breath here. And then we're going to be moving on to pericardium 6. So just above the wrist, 2.5 finger lengths, so splitting that 3rd finger. And then just finding a point that feels sensitive. If it doesn't feel sensitive, that's fine too. It doesn't have to. This is the inner gate, also good for relieving nausea, heart palpitations, really great for wrist pain. When you get these points, if you'd like, you can close your eyes and just feel your body, feel your breath. About 3 more deep breaths here. Okay, and then just coming up to heart 7. So just where the wrist meets your upper arm, right in that little divot there. Heart 7, also called the spirit gate. Balancing your emotional state, relieving fear, nervousness, forgetfulness. Okay, 2 more deep breaths here. Okay, last one. So next we're going to come up to GV 24.5. It's also called the third eye point, just right between your eyebrows. So here you can either just start to make circles, maybe just find static pressure, or maybe start to tap. This is great for calming the body and relieving nervousness. You can go back and forth, seeing what feels better, the tapping, maybe just constant pressure, maybe circles. A few more breaths here. Deep inhales, filling all the way up. Long, slow exhales. Okay. The next point that we have is CV 17. Conception vessel 17. So if you find your sternum, just the base of your breastbone, and you go about 3 fingers up from that, right in the center. It's going to be right there. So you can start just kind of making some rocking motions back and forth, maybe tapping. Conception vessel 17. It's also called the Sea of Tranquility. It's really great for relieving nervousness, anxiety, chest tension, also anguish and depression, hysteria, other emotional imbalances. So this is a super powerful one. I like to take a while here. It's a really good one to remember throughout the day. If you start to feel a little overwhelmed, anxious, if you're driving in the car and getting a little road rage, you can just start to gently tap yourself. Brings you back into your body, back into the present moment. Got about 10 more seconds. One more deep breath. Nice. You can release. thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed that and that it was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. And I hope you guys stay healthy out there. Thanks so much. Bye.